Now, there may be times where you need to customize the look of your PowerShell console. Some of the options that are available to customize include the command history buffer, which gives you the ability to modify how many of your previously executed commands are stored in memory. You can also modify the font by changing what font type or maybe the size of the font that is currently displayed in your console, the console size, and console colors. Let's take a look at customizing your PowerShell console. So the first thing that we need to do is open Windows PowerShell. In Server 2012 R2, the PowerShell console is already snapped to the taskbar, so I am going to right-click it and run it as an administrator. The way you access the properties of the PowerShell console is by clicking in the top left of the application on the PowerShell icon and then clicking Properties. The first thing I want to modify is the buffer size. I like to be able to scroll through some of my previously executed commands, so instead of leaving it at 50, we are going to change that to 100. The next thing is we need to modify the font. You will see that in this font tab, there is the size and the type of font. I personally prefer the default font type. However, we do need to increase the font size so it is more readable. So I am going to change it from 12 to 14. The next thing is the Layout tab. With the Layout tab, this can be tricky to identify what screen size you need, because you can't just drag and drop the size of this window to increase it. So you need to actually modify the window size in the properties. My favorite way of handling this is going under the window size and typing numbers until it looks like you're filling the whole screen. And you'll notice when I change the window size width, it also changes the screen buffer size width. We're going to go ahead and click OK, and you will see that my screen's actually going off the screen. So now that it is larger than my screen, I can maximize this window, but it adds this very tacky looking horizontal scroll bar. I don't like that. So let's go back under the properties and click the Layout tab. Now notice that the window size has the width down to 157, even though I had previously set that to 200. To get rid of that horizontal scroll bar, we need to modify the screen buffer size from 200 to 157. And when we click OK, you will see that it is now gone. So let's go back under the PowerShell properties, and let's click on the final tab, the Colors tab. I personally like the default blue and white background. Your preferences may vary. So let's try changing it to a different color scheme. Let's change the screen background to the color black. And let's change the screen text to green. And now it will have modified my PowerShell console.